Our returning special musician this morning is one of our newest members, Gina, Romeo, who signed the membership book just on June the 29th. See, we'll put you to work right away. Please see the order of service for more information about Gina, and she will be playing Sonata in A minor by Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach. As a reminder, please silence all electronic devices to keep this space sacred. Thank you. That was just lovely. Thank you. Our opening words today are actually the lyrics of a famous song written by Al Hoffman, David Peck, Jerry Livingston, and Mac David for the 1950 animated movie Cinderella by Disney Studios. You will recognize it by its very familiar opening words. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Now let's listen to the whole song. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you are fast asleep. In dreams, you will lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come shining through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. Oh, that clock, old killjoy, I hear you. Come on, get up, you say. Time to start another day. Even it orders me around. Well, there's one thing they can't order me, to stop dreaming. And perhaps one day the dreams that I wish will come true. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. The symbol of our faith is a chalice with a flame. Each Sunday, a member of our congregation lights our chalice as we hear the words that remind us of why this is important to us. I invite Todd Avery to come forward and to light the flame as I read these words. Lighting this flame says so much. It represents the light that carries us through dark days and unknown terrain. It casts a light as we read to inform ourselves of things going on in the world. It serves as a guide for us to take actions that are true to ourselves and to our values. And it provides a soft glow as we fall asleep at night and listen to the wisdom that visits us in our dreams. With our hearts open to the light, let us begin. Thank you, Todd. I invite you to please rise in body or spirit and join our song leaders to sing our opening hymn, number 86 in the gray hymnal, Blessed Spirit of My Life. The words will also be on the screen, and Eileen will play it through one time because it's not one that we've sung in a while, so it will help reacquaint us with it. Thank you. Good morning. I am Donna Zimmerman, and I'm your worship leader this morning. Welcome to Buckman Bridge Unitarian Universalist Church, or as we say, BBUUC. We are a progressive spiritual congregation whose mission is to create and nourish a loving community that seeks justice and respect for all. And in keeping with that mission, I would like to announce that tomorrow night from 7 to 9 p.m., I will be facilitating a discussion to share feelings about the recent legislative actions regarding our beloved LGBTQ+ community. All members and allies are welcome. The link is in the This Week email that you received on Friday. It's on our Facebook page, it's in the order of service, and it's on the calendar in the BBUUC website. We give you many, many ways to find it. And a second announcement is in the interest of safety for all. Please take heed of the caution tape surrounding the retaining wall on that side of the church. Do not allow your kids to enter the area, and do not enter yourselves. Again, for all ages. Our denomination is a living faith tradition that evolves and moves to the rhythm of mystery and wonder, prophecy, wisdom, teaching from ancient and modern sources, and nature itself. We understand that there is more than one book or one path or one way to spiritual truths. We actively invite intellectual and spiritual growth and nurture truth-seeking and spiritual and moral values that will shape and support us through all the stages of our lives. Our children are also encouraged to ask questions, think, and express themselves. We don't see religious beliefs as a one and done, something set in stone. Our beliefs grow and evolve as we gain new awareness in this lifelong learning process. Therefore, we have no creed or dogma telling us what we must believe, but that doesn't mean we are willy-nilly and rudderless. The Unitarian Universalist Association, of which we are a member church, articulates the shared values that we all have, and they are found on the back of your order and service, with love at the center and the foundation of them all. We especially welcome any first-time or returning guest. I invite you to stop at the table at the entrance and get some information. And you can find out about our church and our denomination, and you can get a name tag so that we can start to get to know you by your name. After the service, there will be refreshments served at the windows in the back of the sanctuary, where we spend time socializing and chit-chatting and all of that good stuff. There are also reserved chairs at the back of the rows to provide seating for persons who have mobility issues. They are marked with the reserved marker. We hope you will find this a safe, welcoming, and loving community here, and that you can imagine yourselves being a part of us. Remember, though, we cannot make a difference in the world by simply going to church on a Sunday morning and imagining how things can be better. We need to be the church and live out those values to build that different world we seek. As I had mentioned a moment ago, the UU denomination has values that guide us to be our best selves rather than a creed or dogma that we must profess in order to be a UU. In addition to that, members of our church came together to develop our own commitment of how we will treat each other and be in a relationship with each other. We say this agreement, this covenant, every Sunday to remind ourselves of these intentions. Please remain seated and join me in reciting our Congregational covenant, which is printed in your order of service, and the words are also projected up there too. We covenant to engage one another with honesty, kindness, and respect, to value diversity, seek understanding of our differences, and practice gracious accountability with care, love, and empathy. We make these promises to those who are here and those yet to come, so that we may be a safe, welcoming, and beloved community of acceptance, learning, and transformation. Now please rise in body or spirit and join in singing our call to worship. The words are printed in your order of service, and voila, there they are. was beautiful. As Ron Furster and Bruce Peterson come forward to assist with the offering, I remind you that part of our shared responsibility to this congregation and living our values is demonstrated during our offertory when you open your hearts to engage in the spiritual practice of generosity. For almost 35 years, the support of this community has allowed BBUUC to be a beacon for liberal religious values in our city. Your gifts will sustain the church and our programs and the work we do that supports our values and demonstrates to the community who we are. We are completely self-supporting, and we are grateful for your ongoing faithfulness to your pledge. Many choose to give through modern ways that we have: electronic, QR code in the order of service, a link on our website, bank drafts. However, we still pass the plate because it is an active community. So even if you've already given, please take the plate and pass it to your neighbor or the row behind you and add your good energy to this plate. I invite you to listen to the words of Timothy Charles Carter in his reading titled Sweet Dreams. In the hush of the twilight, dreams await, slumber beckons, the stars narrate. Lay your head down, let the night enfold, rest your bones, let the dreams take hold. The pillow soft, a cloud in the sky, carries you to where the dreamers lie. Through the night, may peace be your guest, and in the sacred silence, may you find your rest. So close your eyes, the journey's begun to the land where dreams and night are one. May the moonlight guide you through the flight until dawn returns with the morning light. Elizabeth DeCoux is a member of our worship committee and the pastoral care team as our certified animal care chaplain. She frequently gives voice to sermons that other UU ministers have written, and today we are most grateful she is in the pulpit sharing a sermon she has written for us. And just in case you have not read her information in the order of service, let me tell you that she was the recipient of our denominations, Albert Schweitzer Sermon Award for the best sermon talking about the responsibility we have to animals. Elizabeth, this pulpit is yours.
Good morning. Thank you. The sermon this morning is an invitation to explore the world of dreaming. And I hope the image on the screen brings this invitation to life. Against a dark blue background, there's a bank of clouds. In the center of the image is an open door. Through that door, the night sky can be seen, the stars and the moon reflecting their light onto the clouds. The image almost seems to beckon us into the mysterious world of dreams. I'd like to begin by telling you about a dream that came to an American inventor named Elias Howe. He lived in Cambridge, Massachusetts. In the year 1845, Elias was struggling to invent a sewing machine. This was a time when everyone still sewed by hand. He had spent years of his life and almost all his money in this effort without success. His latest efforts have involved watching his wife sew by hand, using a regular hand needle like the one in this image with the hole at the top in the blunt end. He's been watching his wife sew by hand because he hopes that will help him understand how a sewing machine should work. After one especially frustrating day of effort, Elias falls asleep. He dreams that he is taken prisoner by a ruthless and violent king. The king commands Elias to invent a sewing machine. The king also decrees that if Elias does not produce a sewing machine by dawn, he will be executed. Elias, as you might expect, puts forth a monumental effort in the dream, but he fails. As the sun rises in Elias Howe's dream, the king's guards burst into the room and drag him away to be executed. Just then, Elias notices something odd about the spears carried by the guards. Their spears look like the one in this image, a sharp metal spear with a long black shaft. Each spear has a hole in it, and the hole is in the sharp end of the spear. Elias wakes up, realizing that the solution to his problem has come to him in his dream. His sewing machine will work if he puts the hole for the thread in the sharp end of the needle, just as the hole was in the sharp end of the spear in his dream. Elias Howe creates and patents the sewing machine with a needle that resembles the one in this picture of a modern sewing machine, with the thread going through a hole in the bottom of the needle at the sharp end, like it was in the spear. Elias's invention eventually makes him wealthy beyond his wildest imagination. The sewing machine is just one example of knowledge obtained through dreams. The tune to the song Yesterday came to Paul McCartney in a dream. The song Satisfaction came to Keith Richards in a dream. And as Harriet Tubman led people to freedom via the Underground Railroad, she had dreams that showed her where the next safe house was. Dreams also revealed the best route to that safe house. So let me take a moment to ask you, do you remember a dream you had last night? Some of you do. I don't. I often remember my dreams, but I don't remember one from last night. Some of you may think that you didn't dream last night. You may think that you never dream. But scientists tell us that almost all of us dream almost every night. We just don't remember our dreams always. There are things we can do to make it more likely that we will remember our dreams. More about that in a moment. But that brings me to another question. Why would we want to remember our dreams? I realize that recurring nightmares can be a terrible experience for people suffering post-traumatic stress disorder. That topic is beyond the scope of this sermon, although at the heart of this sermon is the hope that healing and guidance will come to everyone who are seeking them. So I'm referring to dreams generally when I ask, why would we want to remember our dreams? Do they have spiritual significance? For me, the answer to that question starts with the fact that dreaming is actually a great mystery. When you think about it, dreams are a strange phenomenon. Here we are, sound asleep, and these vivid images and sometimes odd stories come to us apparently unbidden. Where do they come from and why? Scientists have several theories, but no real answers. And I have these next few slides to show you that science really doesn't know why we dream. Doctors at the Cleveland Clinic pose the question, why do we dream? Their answer? Experts are still trying to unravel this mystery. Scientists at Stanford and UCLA tell us this: dreams are one of the great unsolved mysteries in the field of neuroscience. And we read this in the August 2024 issue of the journal Consciousness and Cognition. The sources, functions, and purposes of dreams remain an enduring mystery. Well, if science can't tell us why we dream, where do you believe dreams come from? Some people believe dreams are just random neurons firing while we sleep. Some people believe that dreams are messages sent from God. Some people believe dreams are messages sent by the dreamer's own psyche. My own belief is that dreams come to bring us messages. What messages might our dreams have for us? I believe dreams come to bring us the messages that we need. As one example, I'd like to look at what we know about the dreams of hospice patients, which have been the object of significant focus in recent years. As we explore the dreams of hospice patients, please consider whether these dreams fit my theory, whether dreams bring these hospice patients the messages they need. Two themes are prominent in the end-of-life dreams of hospice patients. The first theme is being visited by a loved one who has already died. These visits are peaceful. Often the deceased loved one does not have anything to say in the dream. They just appear quietly, a comforting presence in the months and weeks as the patient draws near to death. There's a second prominent theme in the dreams of hospice patients, and that is preparing for a trip. Sometimes the two types of dreams come together, with the deceased loved one helping the hospice patient pack their clothes in preparation for the trip. Now, I don't want anybody to be alarmed. If you dream about a dead relative or you dream about getting ready for a trip, don't say, well, Elizabeth says I'm going to die. Please remember, the people who have these dreams we're talking about have been diagnosed with a terminal illness, they've been given less than 6 months to live, and they have been admitted to an inpatient hospice facility. Hospice patients describe these dreams as remarkably realistic and lifelike, completely different in quality from any dreams they've had before. I'd like to share with you one particular hospice patient's dream, recorded in the book Death is But a Dream by hospice physician Christopher Kerr. A 91-year-old patient named Anne was admitted to Dr. Kerr's hospice facility because she was dying of heart disease. While Anne was in the hospice facility, she frequently dreamed of her sister Emily, who had died a number of years earlier. Anne and Emily had been especially close. In Anne's hospice dreams, Emily might just walk quietly around Anne's hospice room, keeping everything neat and tidy. But most of the time in these dreams, Emily would just sit on Anne's bed, silently keeping her company, sometimes holding her hand as depicted in this image. Anne's dreams about her dead sister Emily were so vivid, so real, and so frequent that when Anne woke up, she would often look around her hospice room and casually ask her caregiver, "Where's Emily? She was just here sitting on the bed with me." As Anne's death grew closer, she sat up in bed one day and declared with great joy, "I don't have to go alone. Emily will be with me." A little later, Anne looked at the ceiling and stretched her arms up above her as if she and Emily were sharing an embrace. Dr. Kerr writes that when Anne died, she didn't have to go alone. Emily was with her. Here's another question. If dreams can bring us the messages we need when we are dying, can they bring us the messages we need when we are living? Dying is not the only challenging journey we make, not by a long sight. Life can sometimes be so hard, can't it? A loss can be so great that grief and sorrow seem to overwhelm us. Accumulated disappointments can be, in the words of novelist Evelyn Waugh, like a blow upon a bruise. Seeing the preventable suffering in the world can hurt our souls. And for some among us, boredom and loneliness are the only constant companions. What messages might our dreams have for us as we walk these paths of sorrow from time to time? Here's one example of a dream that can help the living. Some of you may remember a sermon I gave a couple of years ago about making peace with the inner critic. We talked about the harm that can be done by the constant stream of self-critical thoughts some of us tend to experience. Well, there is a recurring dream that's had by some people who are struggling with the inner critic. They often dream about dogs who have suffered injuries to the head. The dream may be just a single image, a dog usually lying on the ground, bleeding from an injury to the head. What does this dream mean? Well, here's an analysis that rings true for me. Who has been injured? A dog. What character traits do we most often associate with dogs? Loyalty and unconditional love. Where is the injury? It's an injury to the head, where our thoughts happen. The dreamer's loyalty to herself has been injured by her thoughts. Her self-loyalty and self-love need healing. The dream is an invitation to health and wholeness. It empowers the dreamer to realize the harm being done and to begin the process of transforming the inner critic into a faithful friend. Some of you may think dreams have no messages for you because you think you don't dream or that you don't have meaningful dreams. But I suggest to you that if we are open to the wisdom of our dreams, if we welcome our dreams, and especially if we pay attention to them, if we write them down as soon as we wake up, then over time our dreams will grow more vivid, and I believe they will bring us the messages we need. The key to remembering our dreams is writing them down as soon as we wake up, before getting out of bed and moving around. You can even buy a pen called the Dream Catcher. It has a red LED light at the point, so you can see what you're writing without turning on the room light. So it seems like in this sermon, several of the important things have the point at the end: the spear, the dream catcher pen. So what does all this have to do with Unitarian Universalism? Please consider the words which we Unitarian Universalists use in describing the sources of our inspiration. Think about whether your dreams fall within this description. Direct experiences of transcending mystery and wonder are primary sources of Unitarian Universalist inspiration. These experiences open our hearts, renew our spirits, and transform our lives. I believe our dreams can be direct experiences of transcending mystery and wonder. I believe they can open our hearts, renew our spirits, and transform our lives. As we prepare to leave this place, I offer you two quotes in closing. First, these words of Emily Bronte, spoken by her character, Kathy, in Wuthering Heights. I have dreamt in my life dreams that have stayed with me ever after and changed my ideas. They have gone through and through me like wine through water and altered the color of my mind. Finally, these words, based on the traditional charge of the star goddess, today let them serve as an invitation to explore the inner workings of your psyche and to find the treasures hidden within the depths of your unconscious self. All your seeking and all your yearning will avail you not until you understand this mystery. If you do not find your heart's desire within yourself, you will never find it without. I wonder if you would like to have dreams that go through you like wine through water and change the color of your mind. I wonder if you would like to have dreams which show you your heart's desire within yourself. If so, then may such dreams come to you, perhaps this very night. May our dreams bring the messages we need to heal us and guide us and bless us in life as well as in death. Blessed be.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That was awesome. Now please rise in body or spirit and join our song leaders for the closing hymn, Sleep My Child, which is number 409 in the gray hymnal, and the words will also be up there. Then remain standing for the closing words. Todd will now return to extinguish the chalice. Dreams can seem like a brief candle that is extinguished as soon as we wake up. Even if we don't remember them, they are real messages to us from our unconscious to process emotions and memories, if we but listen and try to understand. This chalice light is extinguished, but that doesn't mean that it didn't exist. Strive to be a dream weaver, to interlace the messages of your dreams into your waking life. And as you return to the world from this space of safety, I invite you to weave all aspects of your conscious and unconscious together as you grow in the knowledge of yourself. May it be so.